Hello everyone, it is WX Sharkiest here with a Roblox video today. I know I haven't uploaded on this channel in forever, but I wanted to publicize one of the new games that I have created alongside these two lovely individuals here. My best friend Taylor, or IO5Z, here on the left, and then WX Sharkia, my lovely girlfriend Nevea, on the right. Say hi, guys.
Hello.
And the other one, he just says okay. Alright, well, so today I wanted to go over my game called Catalog Simulator. As you can see right here, I just opened up to the catalog. This game right here is basically like the game Trade Simulator and Trade Simulator 1.5. But it has some slight differences that I added to it because I wanted it to be more like the Roblox Market was back in 2019, 2020, 2021 era when they actually had a really nice Roblox Market. Now, the key differences in mine are the items that are new limited use, the limited use that have set quantities. Some of these can have multiple. So like the smaller items obviously would just have a purchase limit. So if they're like a rare item, like the rectangle is going to be with 12 out of 25 sold, then it'd probably only have one available for purchase. Other items like the, let's see, there's a bunch of items here. Try and find one that has more. I think the Showdown Bunny ears, for example, this had 100 or 150 copies with a buy limit of 15. These are the mainly just the items that have limited U copies, and those are the only ones that are able to be bought multiple times. Other items will be timed items, which will eventually go off sale, and they actually do not go limited right away. These will stay off sale, like the Yellow Sparkle Time Fedora, for example. These will stay off sale until I actually mark them limited myself, which is something that I wanted to have the feel of, because Roblox normally just lets things go off sale, and they choose to make things limited at their discretion. So items like this can just stay off sale as soon as they're done with the timers, and well, I can mark them limited whenever. And sometimes I'll put up a limited notice as well. If I do want to make them limited, I'll probably make it known that that's my goal. So you can see a bunch of other off sale items here. These are all from sales. So my game will have sales much like the Black Friday sales in Roblox, but I have them normally every official holiday. So we had like an Independence Day sale for the US. There was the Juneteenth sale, which was down here. These 5 items here. The June 2026 sale, which was later in the year. We had a bunch of other items come out for that. Obviously the Independence Day sale here. American colored items. And there were some other notable sales. There's also item waves. These happen every Saturday that there's not an item or an item like sale. So if there's not like during Labor Day, if there's a Saturday within the range of the whole Labor Day sale, that Saturday will not have an item wave. So that just have that be known for this coming Saturday in Labor Day. The Labor Day weekend sale, there will be no item wave then. However, item waves every Saturday. They start at 12 p.m. Central Daylight Time USA, and they end at 1:10 p.m. with the rare item that drops at 1 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Or 1:10 p.m., sorry to be exact. So those rare items will be obviously limited use. The most recent one was the Dominus Frigidus. This was back in June before I stopped doing item waves for a while because I got busy with college. But the Dominus Frigidus still hasn't sold out yet. It has 12 out of 27 bought. So if you were to play this game and grind for a couple hours, or you can click on the money here and you can easily get some cash. I probably have one of the best cash ratios in my opinion compared to other games. Eventually I might change it though, but for now I'd say it's pretty fair. And if you just want to spend like say only 100 Robux, you can get 50,000 cash, easily stag a Dominus Frigidus. Eventually I'll be adding it into the game where you could sell your in-game items for Robux once people actually start playing it and start owning items more. I think that'd be fair because then you can have like a Robux shop. Other than that, like I said, Dominus Frigidus is one of the biggest ones that are still available. There's some other big ones that are still available as well, like the Dominus Superius, which is very, very close to going away. 19 out of 23 have sold. This one is the cheaper Dominus of the two. I recommend getting this one. There's some other big items too, like the white banded red top hat. This one is 17 out of 50. You can go ahead and get this if you join as well. This is also another good one that's going to be a rare. There's also, let's see, what other amazing items are there that are available. The rainbow bar face, you can actually get 2 of these out of 75, so it's 37, pretty close. About 35, something like that away. Probably a little bit more than that, obviously. But yeah, there's some other big items. Is there any items I'm missing, you guys, that you can see?
No, not at the moment.
Wait, there is one actually. The Sparkle Time Fedora, the original. 49 out of 75. You can buy 2 of those for 10,000. So this is another one that will be eventually limited. Now, so you may be asking, like, how do you, like, directly play this game? Obviously, the goal is to be the richest person in the game. And the richest person in the game currently is actually the co-owner, WX Sharkia, Nevea, my girlfriend, right here. 185 million value is what she's currently at right now. Obviously, the game is still in its infancy, so if she were to have a bunch of these other items, there's still a ton of Dominuses and other items like domino crowns and such rare items that have not dropped yet because the game is still in its infancy. We haven't had too much players yet, so a lot of items are still available. Obviously, this will change given time, but since the game is still early on, you guys still have a chance to come on in and still be pretty rich in the game. So once an item sells out, just like in real Roblox, they will drop as limited. Obviously, when this would, if the JJ5X5s were to sell out, this would drop as a limited item, and it would make a ping in the Discord server I'm in, which we'll talk about later. That will show that it's now resellable, and you can resell this. And that happens for all limited use that sell out. A good example of this would be, if we were to go to high to low, you can see some limited use that have sold out were the Sultan of the Federation, currently one of the rarest items in the game. Lord of the Federation, Yellow Top Hat, Cleos Aptothin, Chroma Sparkle Time Fedora, Neon Green Domino Crown, Ghost Eerie. These are all some, or Ghost Eerie Weshi wasn't one, and nor was the Neon Green Domino Crown, my fault. These ones are normal limiteds, these were timed items, but the rest limited use here, Limwood Crown, Red Banabasco Injection. A lot of limited use and limiteds. Obviously, limited is a timed item that went limited and is not like a, there's no serials on it. Just N/A for that. The only serials there are on the limited use. As you can see for Sultan of the Federation, Nevea Rose F or WX Sharkia would be serial 3 out of 12 right there. Serial 1 out of 12, WX Sharkis, which is me, 1 out of 12, and then IO5Z, 2 out of 12. Only resellers right now, well, there's 12 other of these elsewhere. Anywho, other than that, there are wrap graphs on the pages too that I'll mention next. What these wrap graphs are is they show the recent average price of what it's sold at. So if this sold for 888 million, that would be the next average price over here. The volume of sales is how many sales occurred during that day. So during May 7th, 2026, there was 2 sales on the Sultan of the Federation, and it takes the average of both of those sales. If there's only one, then it's only the one that it actually sold for. And the average price will be taken from all of these. And as you can see, it's at 8.8 million right now, valued at 12.5. This is one of the most favorited items in the game, along with several other items. But yeah, just a prime example of what that is. Next thing I want to mention is the player page, actually. We'll just go down the list here. The player page, if you go to the players, you'll see active players that are in your game, and you can search up usernames too if you know someone's playing. Like if you look at the leaderboard, which we'll talk about later, you can see their profiles, and you can see their avatars will only load with the in-game items they are wearing if they are in your server. It's kind of hard to check what they were wearing last, but in the future I'll probably implement that if I can. So here you'll see the avatars. This is what they're currently wearing. You'll see the hats also in their section here. All the items in the game that they're wearing. So far, shirts will be only what you're wearing outside of the game, but I do plan to implement these custom shirts into the game as well. So in the inventory, you can see obviously what cereals they own. You can also hide cereals, and then you can see like, oh, whoa, there's 2 domino crowns here. Why does it look like they're just, right next to each other? Well, if you do hide cereals, it'll say ×2 if there's multiple. See like the neon gray domino crowns, all that stuff. Pretty helpful when you want to see just what they have for cereals. But if you don't want to see cereals, you just want to see what they have. If that's what you care about, then you can just hide them. Obviously, cereals here. Very important if you want to have like the #1. Usually it's worth more. People will overpay more for it. Prime example, yesterday Mr. IO5Z sitting next to me wanted to overpay like 15 million for my Sultan of the Federation, but I told him no. It's not too important, but what is important is obviously the goal of trying to be the richest in the game and getting the items you like on real Roblox within the game. Obviously because they're wearable. You can press trade on them here, which we'll get to after. The next thing I want to show is wrap history. This is the wrap history graph of all the players. You can look at it and you can see what their wrap history was on specific dates. So you see how May 6th I had 44 million, and then May 7th I had 23.5. May 8th was 25.5. Same with May 9th. Usually it looks like the wrap was kind of different on both days. Obviously it changed a little bit. But then, May 10th, 26 million, 26.6, and then you just keep going up for all the days I've played. There were some spaced out days, obviously, but you see the wrap value does reflect what your wrap has been all time. This will be yearly. So since the game came out in May, we're only about 4 months in. No, 3 months in, so the wrap history graph will reflect that. Anyways, next is going to be the trading aspect, because that's what you'll have to do on the player profile. So if I go on IO5Z's profile, you can see everything he's wearing here, all of his cereals, all the items he has. So let's say if I wanted to trade for like a Deadly Dark Dominus, I click trade on his profile, and now you can see all the items in here in his inventory. The search bar, I don't know if it works yet. I don't think I ever did that. That's something I will have to fix in a future patch. But let's see if I can find that Dominus, Deadly Dark Dominus. Here it is. Deadly Dark Dominus. Put in the trade. You can see the total wrap and total value they're offering compared to what you're offering. So my request is Deadly Dark Dominus. You can see it in there. Then if I wanted to send him, like, it's going to be kind of like a troll trade, I guess you could say. Because I'm not trying to actually offer him for it. I'm just showing an example. The 2 Rainbow Pedestrians here. Obviously, these are not valued yet. As you can see, the value is the same as the wrap. And then, like, I guess just 2 Zombie Fiends, just you can only have 4 items per trade. I do not think the tokens amount works yet. That will be something coming in a future release as well. Other than that, then you can go to outbound trades and you can see like, oh, this was declined. You can see your completed trades. You can see your inactive trades and outbound. So outbound is what I've sent him. You can see the date there, 8/18/26. You can see items you will give, items you receive, and see how much you're winning or losing. And then I'll show down here. You'll see what cereals you're giving, and you'll see what you're getting in return, if it's a rare or not, what value it is, all that fun stuff. Now, he can choose to accept or decline. And obviously, being him, I would decline this trade if I was him. This is just out there for fun. But if you accept it, you'll get that. Oh. And it actually was countered, so he did counter the trade. And look at that. See, another troll trade right here. He's just asking me to give him everything. Something different about my game, though, is that you do not have to put an item in here in the trade. You can actually just leave it blank in case you're trying to actually do like a 2-part trade. So it's, reasonable and all that stuff. But as you can see, I'm losing 4 million, so obviously I'm going to decline this. But that's just to show the trade system. It does work pretty well. As you can see, I've done some completed trades in the past where I've been giving people items. And that's something I'll talk about at the end of the video here. Next thing I want to talk about is the avatar. Now, obviously, the avatar is what you're wearing in the game. So as you can see, I have a bunch of items on my avatar that are from the game specifically. As you can see, there are items on here that aren't on the real Roblox, such as this green domino crown or the green clockwork headphones here, or even my Sharkiest chain, which is actually on Roblox, but it's a UGC item. Then you got over here on Mr. L5Z, you have the Sultan of the Federation on him, along with the Chroma Sparkle Time Fedora, which is only in this game. And then everything else is in real Roblox. His IL5Z chain is also in real Roblox, but that is a UGC item. On Mrs. WX Sharkia over here, you can see she has a Chroma Sparkle Time Fedora, along with the Domino Crown and a bunch of other items. I can't really see for sure, but she's decked out. Obviously, most of these items are on real Roblox. Just the one thing that isn't on her head, from what I can see, is that Chroma Sparkle Time Fedora. Other than that, everything she's wearing is on the real Roblox. Other than that, yeah, you can actually change what you're wearing. If you go into the avatar section, it actually saves when you leave. You can see if they're checked or not. So W's top hat for me is checked. If I uncheck that, it's going to be taken off. If I recheck that, it can be taken on. So obviously you can change whatever hats you have in your inventory, you can put on. This is only items that you own in the game. So like if, for example, if I didn't own the Domino Crown or the Deadly Dark Dominus, they would not show up in my avatar. It's only items you own in the game. Otherwise, they will not show up. Other than that, like I said earlier, there is the option over here to buy cash. If you just click on how much cash you own, you can go ahead and buy cash for a selected amount of Robux. The highest amount is 10 million for 20k Robux. Other than that, 25,000 for 50 Robux is the lowest. There's a bunch of numbers in between that, so it's up to your discretion how much you're willing to spend, and I'm not going to tell you how much you should spend. It's just there if you don't feel like grinding. But however, there are different ways to get more Robux in this game, or get cash in this game if you so please. If you own Roblox Plus is something that if you own, you're going to get a couple more cash because of it. Another thing is joining the Roblox group associated with this game, which will be linked in the description of this video, along with the game itself and the Discord server, which is what I will be talking about next. The paychecks right here on the bottom right, you can see that the paychecks here, obviously for me, for developer testing purposes, I had 100 million cash coming in, but you guys will get around, I think it's 250 every minute. I don't know what it is by default. I would have to double check. But by it should be around 250, 500, and then you'll keep going up and up if you get Roblox Plus, and then if you are in the group, you'll get more than 250. It should be like 750 around there. That's why I have 1,750,000 is because of those two things. So yeah, you should get 750 every minute, which if you combine that by 60, you should be getting 45,000 cash every hour. And if you were to AFK grind in this game, which I really do recommend because it helps me and you, if you have Roblox Plus, then I will actually get premium benefits, or I'm guessing they're called plus benefits now, from Roblox. And you guys can get more cash in order to buy more stuff in this game. Now, if you're going to ever grind in this game, I would save up for the sales. They are the most important thing to save up for. And the item waves, at least the end of the item waves, because you'll get rarer items at the end. The last item of the wave will be a rare. And then a lot of items that come out during sales will end up being rares. So, make sure that you do grind for those specifically. The official paycheck amounts are actually 250, like I thought. And then if you get the VIP, instead of getting 250, you'll get 500 per check. And you'll just get the group benefit and Roblox Plus benefits. Group benefits 250, Roblox Plus is 250. If you have VIP in the game, which you can buy on a Game Pass, which I'm actually going to get up and show you guys. So if you were to come this way, normally you would spawn in right down here at this part of the lobby. You respawn in here, you just go right over here to the VIP and you press F on it, and you can buy VIP in the game. This will give you $500 paychecks, 250,000 cash one time, and a VIP name tag. Now this is only 428 Robux with Plus, and it is 475 otherwise. It is a very, very good deal if you ever want to get it. Again, you totally don't have to, But these are the benefits, and honestly, I think it's a really good starting. It's kind of like a starter pass if you really think about it. Something else now before I get to the group, and this or the server is something else I should have mentioned earlier. You actually have a radio over here. This radio over here you can toggle, and you'll play in-game music. You can toggle between songs, or you can just turn it off. As you can see, Mr. Al5Z dancing to it over here. Most value. So this is here's the leaderboard of most value in the game. This is right here where you want to try to get to number 1. There is the top 3 right now are WX Sharkia, obviously my girlfriend, richest person in the game. Second richest being IO5Z at 147 million. Hypercato at third at 112.4 million. Me actually in fourth at 104 million. King of Bajan 4 in 72 million. At 5th place, and then so on and so forth going down the list. It goes all the way down to 100 players, and even getting on the leaderboard and getting to like 26th place is very, very simple. All you gotta do is get one of the small items. In this game, there are a couple small items you can see in the game, like 250,000. The Zombie Fiend is the item that has the... It's like the youngest item in the game in terms of being limited, so it's 75,000 for the base price. Obviously, this could change by the time you're watching this video, but that is the lowest item currently in terms of a limited. Other than that, you got the Rainbow Pedestrian Omega, the Charlie's Pedestrian Gamma, Grandma's Lipstick, Hanukkah Fedora, Epic Face, Cotton Candy Top Hat, W's Top Hat, Agonizingly Violet Bucket of Cheer, Playful Vampire, Linked Sword. All of those are below 1 million, so they should be easier for you guys to obtain. Other items you could get that aren't limited that could push you up easily. Like I said, Dominus Frigis, Dominus Imperius, Sparkle Time Fedora, the Telemon Hair, which is 10 away from selling out, so I'd recommend that one as well. And a bunch of other items that are on here that could be worth a ton in the future. Obviously, this could change, but yeah, the Beach Ball Head is actually one of them. This is actually going to be worth a lot because it's going to be about 50 copies, so you can buy 2 of them, so get that one as well. Other than that, like I said, pretty straightforward. I also recommend getting this sign right here, W sign, 100%. Other than that, yeah, this is basically the premise of the game. Like I said, trading, the catalog, other players you can look at, trade with, change your avatar with in-game stuff. There'll be item waves every Saturday, and unless there's a sale going on, and there's a planned sale for Labor Day and a planned sale for Black Friday. At the moment, none for October, but we will see. I'll probably do a Halloween sale, or I'll drop some Halloween related items. We'll see what happens. Alright, the last thing we're going to cover in this video is the Discord server related to Catalog Simulator. This Discord server obviously is where everyone who plays the game, at least who's a big fan or all that other stuff, plays the game. You can see there's a lot of text here in the general chat. Other than that, there are a bunch of channels that you can use to read through the game. There's obviously a rules channel where you have server rules that you need to read through when you first join. Please do read these. They are very important. Other than that, you can check the announcements tab. This is where I'll post important information about the game, especially the events here, the events tab. I actually will be having an event for a tournament very, very soon. This is something I wanted to wait for as well, because maybe I could do more than 5 winners if there is enough people. So this is something I do want you guys to pay attention to if you are going to play the game. There's a channel called Game Tutorial as well. This is where you can actually see everything I just explained to you. And this is when the game was in its infancy, so obviously values have changed a lot since then. There's dark mode now as well. And you can switch out of light mode in the settings tab, which I didn't show you, but it's in the settings bar right next to the Robux or the cash in game. Now, all the steps here walk you through how to play, what to buy, and all that fun stuff, how to resell, how to trade, all that stuff, how to post proofs, everything like that, what channels to post them in, and the equipping, the buy Robux, the VIP, all that fun stuff. Now, I have the server invite posted here if anyone else wants to use it to invite other people to the server. Only 19 members currently. Like I said, we have a small server yet. This game is still in its infancy, so that's why there is a lot of room for you guys to make your way up the leaderboard, if you so please. This game, like I said, is like Trade Simulator. So if you guys do like Trade Simulator and want an easier kind of like start off to a Trade Simulator type game, this is the game for you. Spreadsheet links, this will probably be deleted eventually. This is sale history right here. This is going to be on a wiki, like a fandom page, which I will post in the link in the description of this video as well. There's a resource. On resources, you only have to create a catalog simulator limited tier list. This will be for like all the limiteds in the game where you can rank them on a tier list in terms of Rollemon's type demand. And this will help me create demand whenever I decide to add it to the game, which you will eventually post in a demand post here, as everyone else did. Item suggestions you can suggest by sending pictures of items that you want to see added to the game. If they're not added, of course. Make sure they're not added first before you post them. If you do not have all the pings and you want to get all of them, you can go to ping requests and I will add those for you. Trade ads, you can make trade ads in the game if you have something to advertise, like you can advertise your inventory and say everything's for trade, or say what you want to trade for, all that stuff. You can trade with people in the trade lounge. Value requests, this is where you proof everything, like a couple of other people did. Yesterday was the most recent proof on Sultan of the Federation. Album requests, which I talk about in the tutorial, these will be I think Imgur. Yeah, Imgur files, kind of like albums. You just post like the completeds in there, the proofs in there, and say what value is reasonable for it to be raised to. Much like Rollemon's. Rare updates. This is a channel right here where you'll see items that get marked as rares or get unmarked as rares. Most recent ones being the items from one of the sales back then. You had the Epic Face, W's Top Hat, and Neon Green Domino Crown, all marked as rares. Projection updates. These items that are projected are basically worth more than what they should be, or they have been mass selling, so they're like not worth what they should be. They're hyperinflated or all that fun stuff. When they get marked as projected, the value won't move until they get unprojected, and normally that takes a while. For Playful Vampire, that did take a couple months, but that's because I was inactive. Value changes. This is really important because if you have one of these items, just like in Rollemon's, the values will change. One of the biggest value changes recently probably had to have been the Platinum Crown, at least as of very recently. Got changed yesterday from 800,000 to 1.2 million. And in that, you'll see in value explanations why they changed. You'll see like either good sales or trading. And obviously, the good sales won't happen for the bigger items. It's just happening right now because no one's trading. There's not enough people, all that fun stuff. So when we start getting more players, you'll see probably more reasons being used for items raising and dropping. In big sales, so the limited item sales, you get big sales. These are big value items, 1 million plus. You can see Neon Green Domino Crown's on here a couple times. And you got the Cleos Aptithin on here, Sultan of the Federation, Domino Crown, Chroma Sparkle Time Fedora, Deli Dark Dominus, Chroma Sparkle Time Fedora again, Domino Crown Lord of the Federation. Just a bunch of amazing items on here, along with mid-item sales. Platinum Crown was a mid-item until recently, where it rose to 1.2 million, so it'll be in the big items now. Other items like Epic Face are on here, all that other stuff. Small sales first. Obviously, these will be items below, I believe 100,000 is where it's below. Maybe it's less than that or more than that. I'm not sure. I think it's just less than 100,000. That is what it looks like. That's where those items will appear. Wrap changes will be items that aren't valued. So, like for right now, the Rainbow Pression Omega and the Zombie Fiend aren't valued, while the Rainbow Pression will probably get valued today. This one probably won't get valued till tomorrow because it is a new limited and it just came out today. New items. So this is actually very important. So you'll get pinged here when a new item drops. I have an auto drop in here, so I won't have to ping when there's a wave. The waves will be every Saturday and they're automated, so they'll be dropped by themselves, which is amazing. So I won't have to do it. They'll always drop. I don't even have to be online and they'll still drop. Someone has to be in the game when it happens though. So more than likely there will be people in the game before the waves start. Other than that, you got a bunch of new items here with the waves, sales, all that other stuff. Here's Yellow Sparkle Time Fedora, and you'll see like what they are as well. You'll see timed item, which the majority of them are, and then you'll see limited U. You'll see how much copies there are with the buy limit, if it's a limited U, and then there'll obviously be ones that are listed as normal items. And the normal items will be probably way up here. I haven't dropped the normal item in this game since the game first came out. Obviously, we can go all the way up here. Here's one. Type normal item. Obviously, these items will be listed as normal if they're like a normal on sale. But those are the 3 types of items that can be dropped in the game. New limiteds. These are items that actually sell out or go like limited use selling out. That means they'll be resellable. That means they're officially a limited U or limited. And then the normal limiteds will be items that went off sale and actually get put to being limited, like the Neon Gray Domino Crown or the W's Top Hat. And then the limited use such as like Zombie Fiend, Rainbow Pedestrian. Those will all be on here. These will be new items, or new limiteds that come out. Back on sale pings will be items that were originally created and went back on sale. So, yeah, so these off sale items will get marked as on sale and they'll be added more. There'll be more changes being added to it. It'll be brought back on a timer, or it could be brought back as a limited U, or it could be brought back as an on sale item. It's just, you know, they get the types there as well. Off sale items, these items go off when they go off sale, so these are normally timed items, or maybe even on sale items that I just remove from the catalog. Some big off sale items, like I said, the timed items, the Yellow Spark Time Fedora, that went off sale. Other big items like Blue Clockwork headphones and, you know, all these other stuff actually went off sale already in the game though, but they are now off sale. So that is something to also keep in mind. The voice channels such as lounge, trading, events, value discussion. Events will actually be for like what the Obsidian the Federation tournament was. So that'll be important. And stuff related to that. Other than that, the server is mainly meant to be there for the game and helping you with what items get released and warning you when items drop, because obviously the game can't do it itself for you. Something I did forget to mention was the NPC in the game. The NPC right here is a bot that you'll find around the map with actually value and wrap. Similar to Limited Simulator, actually. Limited Simulator had bots that buy items, trade items, all that stuff. The only thing I have right now scripted for the bot, because it has taken me a lot of time to script it, it only resells and buys items right now. As you can see, the items that it owns in its inventory. It owns a bunch of cool off-sale items that went off sale. It owns some pretty cool stuff. Usually we'll try to buy most of the items if it can afford it. And it will resell items in a reasonable way as well. So, like for example, the Rainbow Pedestrian Omega just went limited recently. The bot did actually, I think, sell it, and it sold once. Yeah, I think that's what the bot listed it for, unless it was me. But you can see the bot here, NPC listed it for 11 out of 100, 248,000. It will take in proximity the reasonability with the limited quantity, and it will also take into consideration the value of the item and how many people own it, obviously. Average price as well. Other than that, yeah, that's why I put it at 248,000. However, it is on sale for 143 right now. Other than that, the bot not tradable right now, but it probably will be in the future. I have not coded it yet, but I will. And it has a bunch of other items too. So the bot's goal is to basically make sure items don't die, and items will be able to be resellable if it owns it. And it will buy items at a reasonable price. Normally it'll try to buy the low-balling items, but it will also buy items that are selling for a reasonable price. Other than that, that's the NPC for right now. You can also hide serials on it and see what it has. Normally, it will not buy more than one item only. It can have only one of each item. That is the limit for it, which is very, very reasonable, very helpful. But it also makes it so the quantities of items do sell more. It's helpful, and it's been a great addition. Other than that, that is mainly the game. There's tutorials in the server, like I mentioned, the Discord server. If you ever get confused, you go look at the game tutorials. They'll teach you what to do. If you ever have any questions for me, you can always ask me or any of the staff team. That includes Nevaeh and IO5Z here. They will both answer your questions, and they'll come to me if they don't know either. There's a bunch of game testers as well. Maybe applications will be filed eventually for other people who want to game test. Other than that, this is Catalog Simulator. This took me a couple months to script, so I hope you guys enjoy playing it. Enjoy your time here. And enjoy trading and practicing with the limited market in a different way. This has been WX and IO5Z. We are signing off. Thanks for watching this video, and we'll see you guys in the game. Peace out.